Hello and welcome to this new video on my channel. Hope you are enjoying all my videos on the channel. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for the new video. Hello and welcome to another video of Abstract Thesis series, and in today's video we are going to discuss the enhancement which has came in September 2025 release, and the enhancement is about DAX Time Intelligence. This is something you were asking for long, that your MTD, QTD, YTD calculations should be based on some custom calendars. And yes, this enhancement has arrived and also bringing in WTD calculation for you. So let's go ahead and check out the release notes. So I am here on the Power BI September 2025 feature summary, and if we scroll down, we will see enhancement in DAX Time Intelligence. After clicking on that, I will reach to the specific section of release notes and I can check that out. Enhancement to DAX Time Intelligence Preview. A brand new calendar based approach of time intelligence in Power BI has arrived. With this update, you can now define calendars such as Fiscal Calendar 454, retail calendars directly into your data model. This gives you precise control over how your data maps over time, enabling more accurate and flexible analysis. What's more, it allows you to do week-based calculations as well. Basic example of Gregorian calendar. How to use calendar to perform a total month-to-date calculation on a Gregorian calendar. To get started, simply turn on Enhanced Time Intelligence feature in the preview setting. Select the calendar option from the context menu in the date table. So we'll showcase you this, and then create a calendar. So I'll showcase you how to create that calendar, and then we will start with month to date calculation on the calendar year, and later we moved on the financial calendar and see how these calculation would be little different. And where we'll see, if the YTD functions change our YTD calculations. And then there are week-based calculation. We got new functions, total WTD and previous week. I have also checked out, we have dates WTD. So we are going to explore those out. So let me do one thing. Let me jump onto the Power BI desktop. I'm here on the Power BI desktop, and this is the same file I'm using for end-to-end Power BI video, the 20-hour video. I hope you have already watched that video. In case you have not watched that video, I will provide you link in the description. Do watch that. First of all, let's enable the setting. For that, go to File, Options and Setting, Options, and click on that. Once I click on the options, I'll go to the preview features, and inside the preview feature, I need to ensure that I have enabled Enhanced DAX Time Intelligence. I have already enabled it, so I can go ahead and press on cancel. But if you are enabling it for first time, you have to go ahead and press on OK. In my case, I will press cancel, but if you are pressing OK, you might have to start your Power BI again, so you can close the current file and open it again. Back on the file again, what we need to do is we need to enhance our calendar, the DAX calendar which I already created, known as date table. But first of all, let me showcase you my date table, which is already joined with my sales table, and I have already created few measures to test the time intelligence in my previous videos. This is my date table. This calendar is starting from 2018 and going till 2021. As you can see, I have year, month number, quarter number, month, year, quarter, etc. Similarly, I have financial year, financial month number, financial quarter number, financial year quarter number, etc. So these details are available. I also have week number, weekday number, year week number, and these are some of the important things which we would be requiring when we wanted to do WTD analysis. We have a date table. Now time has come that we enhance our calendars using the calendar option available in the menu. Now to set up your calendar, first of all, right click on your date table, go to calendar options. I have already created some calendars. Let me delete those calendars. I already marked the date table as a date table, and as you can see, I have selected a column, date column. That is already been done. Now the second thing which I wanted to do is I want to create two calendars. So I can create a calendar year, which is normal Jan to December calendar year, CY, based on the calendar year calculation, and by default it adds year. So we need to tell the year. So I already have an year column. I'm going to supply that. Now add category quarter. Now when you add quarter, you need to remember that this is not quarter number. It expects you year quarter, something which contains quarter year. So that is why I'm going to choose quarter, because it contains quarter year. If you have some columns which are very similar, you can give the associated column. Don't provide the sort column. I already tested it out. You don't need to put a sort column. Now the next thing is month. Again, I need to have a month year column. So I'm going to give a month year column here, and I can avoid giving month year sort column here into the associated column. Then comes the week of year, what year of the week it is, and then I have the similar column with me, that is year week number, which I'm supplying here. Then I also would like to add one more category. I would now like to add a category related to the week, which is day of week, and for which I do have a column in my table which is very similar to this, which is weekday number. So let me add weekday number here. And after that, the next step is to validate. I'm going to validate this data. So let me validate. So my calendar is validated. I can use save and close. I got my CY calendar. Now this is my calendar year, which is very similar. All the calculation already we are doing are basically based on calendar year only. So why don't I create a FY calendar also? So let me go ahead and create FY calendar, financial year calendar, and start adding with the year. So year I need. So I already created a column FY year. In this calendar, this is the year of the start of year. Let's say if it is 1st April 2024, then I'm taking it as 2024. Some people take it, let's say 2025, others take it, let's say 2024-2025 as the financial year. Then the next thing I want to add is quarter. Now I have FY year quarter, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use FY year quarter number, which contains year and quarter both. Next one I'm going to choose is month of year, and here I can supply FI month number. If needed, I can also go ahead and use month, where I can supply FI year month. This calendar would also require one thing which I did not do into that calendar. Now I'm going to add it here is the date. All the calendar you should add the date. And let me validate this and save and close. Let me click on done and let me start using it. So first thing, let's play around with the CI calendar. I'm going to add a new page here, and in this new page, the first thing I'm going to use is the date from the date table, and I'm going to add the net measure. And let me say suggestion of, let me also use table visual, and I already have MTD. Let's use the MTD one. I also have WTD. Let me add WTD. The next thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to create these two measures using my CY calendar. So let me go ahead and create a new measure. So let me click on my measure table, and in the tables tool I'll see option new measure. Let me click on that, and the measure I want to create is MTD CY calendar year calculate. And remember, MTD is not going to make difference in FY also, because our months are standard months only. Net, for the net I'm calculating it, and now the second argument which I'm going to use is DATESMTD. And inside the DATESMTD, now we can give calendar. Previously we only used to give dates, the date from a date table. Now we can give calendar. So I'm going to give CY calendar. So you can give calendar because you have defined it. Now let me press enter. I got a new measure, and let me add this to the table visual. So you can see that my MTD values are matching with my previous MTD values, and same way if I go down, it is getting reset at the 1st November. The 1st November the value is same as the value of the day, and say it will keep on increasing, and on 1st December it will reset. So my MTD is working fine. Now let's go ahead and try WTD. So for that I am going to again create a new measure. I am going to create WTD CY and calculate net dates WTD. Total WTD you've seen in the notes, but dates WTD is also been provided, and I'm going to use it on CY. And let me bring in WTD CY, and what I'm going to do, let me place it near to WTD, and let me move MTD near to MTD. So you can see the values are matching the WTD values which I previously calculated. Now in the calendars, if you notice here, the value is resetting on Monday. So here on the Monday the value resets because my calendar is starting from Monday, and you can change that. So if you go here in the dates calendar,
as you can observe in my calendar that in week num and weekday I am using the second parameter as 2, which means Monday. If I use it as 1, it means it will become a Sunday week start. Now I am also using week rank to calculate my WTD. It means I need to change additional column. But I would like to leave that as is as of now, and later on I can come back and change if needed. We just want to observe how does this change is going to impact our WTD calculations, which we are doing right now by referring to this calendar, especially these week num and weekdays into our calendar. I'm done with the changes in my calendar by changing week num and weekday to start from Sunday. Let's go ahead and observe what changes does it bring in. Let's observe the visual, and as you can observe that my WTD calculation is impacted because I did not corrected week rank. Now I have a Saturday value for WTD which is ending on Saturday itself, because if you observe on the Sunday, you will see the Sunday value is same as Sunday's net of that day. It means now it is starting from Sunday and we keep on down, and it is accumulating WTD. It is adding the value on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Till Saturday it will add the value, and post that it will have another reset on Sunday. Now why I am getting my WTD as incorrect, let's observe that. If you see, I am using this week rank in my formula, and I need to correct this week rank calculation in my date table. So let me go ahead and open my date table and try to correct this week rank calculation. What you will observe that my week rank calculation is using the parameters like 11, 12 and so on. These are the new set of parameters which has been rolled some time back, and I did have discussed some of these in my 20-hour video. So these numbers are going to allow you to calculate a week start anywhere from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and so on. You can try that out, but let's go ahead and fix first of all the week rank calculation which I am using.
it is using 11, the parameter should be 1. 11 is Monday, 12 is Tuesday. Again, that is the one. Now I've corrected my this one week rank, and now you can see they start matching. So if you're changing the calendar just for the testing, make sure if you have previous functions they also change, or revert back the changes. One of the easiest ways is revert back the change. So now we know this one works. Now we can also check the previous week. Now previous week should be the complete value. So let's go back, click on the measure, new measure, previous week, which is nothing but calculate net previous week CY. And let me add this to the table visual.
So what does it do? It shows us the complete value of last week, but because we have only one day in the first week, so we are seeing the 1 day of value. But if you look at the next week, it is showing the WTD value which we have got on Saturday, which is the complete week value for the next complete week. In this way the previous week works. So whenever we are talking about the previous functions like previous month, quarter, year, we are talking about the full previous period, not the partial. The release notes we have seen an example about same period last year, but here I would like to take a little different example for financial period, that is DATESYTD, and now I would like to go ahead and try DATESYTD.
So I again click on the measure table and create a new measure, and this measure which I'm going to create is YTD FY, which is on financial year. Calculate net dates YTD, and in case of YTD it was previously also possible because we have a month and date which we could use. So here I'm going to use FY now.
So instead of using dates or CY, I'm going to use FY here, and let me go ahead and find this out and add to my visual. I would also like to check, do I have a previously created measure for financial YTD using the older calculation methods, and can I use and compare it with my current calculation of financial year YTD? And I am able to find one, and if you look at the calculation you will realize that it is using the second parameter, which is the end date of the year
End date, and you will see that these are matching. Reset will not happen on 1st January 2019 in this case. If you see 1st January 2019, year value continues to grow. It should have ideally reset just like the MTD value, but it will continue to grow till 31st March, and on the 1st April you will have the year start where the values will reset to the day's value, and same way it will continue till next March, 31st March, where the values keep on accumulating, and on 1st April 2020 the reset will happen. You can see values are accumulating till this place and now they are reset. So we have seen now how calendar is making these calculations very easy. Now you will see most important role in the calendars which are really non-standards, like where the month doesn't start on the first day of the month. There these calculations would be really helpful. So do go ahead and try it out. In the past I have explained you 445 calendars on my channel, and
so go ahead and try this new calendar option with some of the non-standard calendars like 445 or 454 and 28 days calendar or something like that which you are using for your organization, and do let me know, does it work out for MTD, QTD and YTD.
Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comment, press the bell icon so that you can get notification of my new videos. Thanks for watching this particular video. Thank you.